Don't fight the feeling, baby. Go on, love the one you're with and get some healing power.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Cloud9 Intuitive. My name is Janine and I am here to do a collective reading for the new moon in Gemini, which is on May 30th at 4:30 a.m. Pacific time. Adjust for your time zone wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers, especially the new subscribers. Wow, you guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for being here with me. And if you are new here and I resonate with you as a reader, I would so love it if you could hit that subscribe button, hit the post notification bell so you don't miss when I upload a video. Drop me a comment in the comment section because I love to hear from y'all. And I am so excited that you are here on this journey with me. So thank you so much. I am going to do an extended reading for this over on Patreon, so please join us over there. The link for that will be in the description box below. I'm also open for personal readings right now, so if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, you can book that by clicking the link in the description box below. Join me on all my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Discord, all the things. I would love to see you in those spaces as well. So let's talk a little bit about this Gemini new moon energy. Gemini, as many of you know, is ruled by the planet Mercury, which happens to be in retrograde right now. Mercury retrograde, Mercury stations direct at the end of this week on June 3rd. This retrograde has been particularly interesting. Lots of twists and turns, unexpected surprises, and nothing like negative per se, but just things that for me personally I hadn't been anticipating. So it's just been exciting to allow for the unfolding of possibilities, and you're not necessarily making any bold moves right here in this moment, but preparing to potentially open myself up to some new experiences and new opportunities as they present themselves, as Mercury starts to shake out the fuzzies and move direct later on this month in June. But this new moon is going to be particularly challenging, I think, because of what we've all been experiencing in the world this year, and especially this past month, with the very heavy and difficult news cycle. I'm not going to go too much into detail because I've cried enough over this, but you can really never cry enough over something like this, can you? But I don't want to cry right now. And so I will say that in a very, very heavy energy, one of the ways that we can help to mitigate that density is by choosing lightness, by choosing to spread joy, by choosing to be light of heart and light of spirit in our connections with each other, and in the way that we sort of deal with ourselves, being compassionate, kind to ourselves, caring for ourselves, that's one of the ways that we can help to elevate the collective frequency and not get dragged down by the energy, because it threatens to sort of take us all down this very dark and confusing path. And really, we have to continue to choose joy. We have to continue to choose light. We have to continue to spread love, and that is the way that we find ourselves on the other side of this energy. So that's one of the calls for this new moon. And then also just to be open-minded and open-hearted. I always say open hands, open heart, open mind. And I think that will take us very far as well. Be open to new perspectives, fresh perspectives, Be open to learning new things about yourself, about the world, and having your perception of the world shift and change, not be so rigid in the way that we're thinking about each other. I think will help us a lot as we sort of find our way through this new moon energy. So keep our, when you meet someone in the coffee shop and you have a very light conversation and it's easy going, and it's not much to it, but it just feels good to have to shoot the shit with somebody just for a moment, and we can all find common ground in choosing the joy of the moment and being present in the joy of the moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop into this reading. I'm already 5 minutes in and I've just been talking, but hopefully that resonated with somebody out there. But let's hop into this reading. I'm going to start off with the Divine Animal Elemental Oracle decks, and then we will lean in with some tarot. Interesting. I'm about to have a tower moment with my cards. Okay. Protection, cave. And then you have creation, water, fluidity, outer core, motion, air. Yes, get into motion. That there are several ways to sort of break up this energy. It's there's a lot of density, a lot of getting through. It feels almost like a little bit like sludge, a little bit, just like energetic sludge. Get into motion. So whether that be doing a little quick travel, little quick jaunt out of town, even if it's in town, staycay, whatever, or going for a run, going for a swim. Get your mind into motion, and that's going to help to sort of break up some of the density of the energy. And then you have the Watcher, snow leopard. There's no progress that can happen when we hide from ourselves and when we hide from each other. So there's something here about preparing yourself to be vulnerable, to face vulnerable moments. Thank you. To face vulnerable moments as you start to get out to sort of talk to people and be in this energy of social energy. There might be moments where you experience where you are experiencing your vulnerability and you want to run away, you want to hide from it. You're being asked not to hide from it because it's almost like it will help us. You embracing your own vulnerability will help us all to embrace our vulnerability, our individual vulnerabilities, right? And that is sort of that softness, that openness, that emotionality is what is needed in this moment in order to help to transmute the density, to transmute the heaviness. And so don't just sort of stand idly by and watch and sort of hold yourself back because you're feeling like you might not be witnessed in the way that you need to be witnessed in your vulnerability. You will be, and there will be people that will join you in the water. There will be people that will join you in the water. It's a collective cleansing that needs to happen here, an emotional cleansing inside and out. that we can understand that we have this shared common emotional experience that sort of a lot of us are trying to protect ourselves from feeling, because it's almost like it feels like it's almost inevitably heavy. But if we all share it, then it becomes less heavy, right? If we're all sharing it, it becomes less heavy. All right, let's go ahead and get into it with the tarot, because I've been talking for so long and I haven't even pulled any cards yet. Okay. Messages for the collective for the Gemini new moon. Whoa, hello. Yeah, okay, it's the Page of Swords that fell in my lap there, and then the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. You're not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone in the way you're feeling. You're not alone in the way you're thinking. You're not alone in the world. You're not like, yes, you are having a unique human experience, but you are not. Somebody needs to know that they are not out here like all by themselves. It's almost like I feel the energy of like watching other people go on with their lives and feeling like, how are they doing that? Like, how are they doing that? Like, how are they not feeling every inch of this density, of the thickness of this moment in time? And it's like people are coping in different ways. It feels like I want to say that people are coping in different ways, and so what you're seeing, you are seeing. This is interesting. The Page of Swords here. You're seeing people coping how they know how to cope best with the devil, right? Trying to be the masters of their present moment, right? Some people are coping through addiction. Some people are coping through some people are having a hard time right now. So if it feels like when you're looking out at the world, you know what I mean, or like your friends or your family, and you're like, how are you not having a hard time? I think that people are having a hard time, and you don't necessarily see it, right? You don't necessarily see it. So don't let what you are seeing on the surface make you feel like your hard time, like the hard time that you are having, the difficulties that you are having, the vulnerabilities that you are feeling are not valid, or somehow that you're somehow not that you're experiencing things, that you're somehow not experiencing the same thing that other people are experiencing. People are having a very difficult time right now, and trying to continue to sort of co-create their own lives, and it's like wanting to sort of continue on with life here. And having to do sort of magic tricks to make that happen. The mornings might be getting some, for someone, mornings are particularly difficult right now. Getting up in the morning is particularly difficult right now. And so, I don't know, there's something about something that's happening in the morning that someone is doing something in the morning to help them get through the day. So I don't know what that is. Somebody might be drinking in the morning to help them get through the day. That's very specific for someone out there. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. But people are doing different things in order to help them cope in this moment right now. Yeah, the Five of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Just sort of not wanting to deal with conflict. Excuse me one second. Not wanting to argue about things. It's what I said about wanting to keep it light. Wanting to keep it light. Not wanting to really dig into sort of like the they don't like it's almost like people don't want to dig into the heaviness in the same way. They're putting a lid on their on their emotions here. Putting a lid on their emotions here. Because they don't want to get stuck in that. They don't want to get stuck in that place. They don't want to get stuck in that place, and it's almost like having to. Somebody's been having like very difficult dreams, nightmares, difficult dreams. Somebody's been having nightmares, and not wanting to get stuck in that energy, and so trying to come up with ways that they can keep things flowing, keep it light, keep the energy flowing, maintain balance. The Death card here. Listen, the lid on the emotions is not. It won't last forever. It's like I said, people can't stay in these caves, these isolatory caves forever. It just won't. It just won't do. And eventually, there is going to be this sort of widespread transformation, but it starts with like this massive expression of emotion that's going to be coming forward here. Feels like sometime between now and the next full moon. So like as Mercury comes out of its shadow period and people start to realize like, oh, I am feeling a way about this. Like it's almost like the quote unquote desensitization that that is apparent becomes like this like mass emotional outpouring. So I don't know if that's protests. Could be protests. Like these people here. Could be protests here. Or like there's some sort of collective, this gathering of the collective that says that says, wow, you're feeling that too, I'm feeling that too. And then everybody comes together in this outpouring of emotion. I don't know, that's what I'm getting. That's going to happen here soon because, yeah, look, it turns into expression, possibly into anger. Possibly the outpouring of emotion is anger. So like, you know, everybody is like it's almost like things get held inside for so long that they become this external rage. That's what I'm getting here. External rage. Wow. And then the healing. And then you can have the healing. And then you can have the collective healing. It's almost like you got to go through the stages. And you know, in a lot of ways, people have in their lives tried to skip stages. Tried to skip stages and be like, no, cool, we're healed. I'm healed. I don't need to think about it. I don't need to talk about it. I'm just going to continue to manifest and keep my tools together and keep doing what I do. You know, but there are stages to the healing. And one of the stages to the healing is coming together, without our egos as like the thing that sort of like is driving us, right? Selflessly, coming together selflessly, with an authentic emotional expression. Togetherness, joining voices, joining forces, and then comes the healing. And then comes the healing. Wow. Yep. Wow. Look at this. 9 of Pentacles. Bring together our resources, right? And then recognizing, and then acknowledging the fact that it hurts. You have to acknowledge that it hurts before it can heal. Thank you. You have to acknowledge that it hurts before it can heal. So it feels like very much like there are people who are ready to acknowledge that it hurts, and there are others that are not ready to acknowledge that it hurts, and they just sort of want to skip past it. We won't be able to do that forever, is what I want to say. We won't be able to do that forever. We won't be able to do that for much longer. And so expect that coming together. Expect that the roar of the collective voice. Expect that to become present, because that is part of the healing. That's how we move from this emotional tumult to sort of this inner and collective peace that we all so desperately seek and need. Anything else before I end this? I talked a lot. Yeah, there's work that needs to be done, and there's work that we need to do individually, work that we need to do together. So if you're getting frustrated, if you find yourself frustrated because you feel like you're the only one, know that you are not the only one, and that as you sort of embrace your vulnerability, and as you find yourself in spaces willing to express those vulnerabilities and be soft, you open up space for others to do this, for others to do the same, and that opens the door to healing. Yeah, emotional balance, recognizing the trauma, and not trying to hide from it. No longer trying to hide from it. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a mystical shaman oracle, or a shaman stream. Excuse me. I'm just gonna get a shaman stream here. This is not the message that I was expecting, but I hear it and I feel it, and I hope that somebody else hears it and feels it too, because it feels like it's needed. I have one shaman stream for the collective for the new moon in Gemini, please. We got 2 coming out, and so we'll look. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life, and then Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. Interesting. It feels like the phase that is here right now is like sort of the rest and renewal, is trying to sort of come back into self and really actually figure out, like, how do I feel? Because I think, that air of desensitization is very real, and it's a very real impulse to shut off difficult emotions so that you can continue on with life, the whatever needs to be taken care of, the day to day, right? It's a very real thing, and so, like, taking that moment to just sort of be soft and be gentle with yourself. Give yourself the space and the time that you need. And then start to move the energy around in your body so that then you are more able to express it in a way that feels genuine and feels authentic to you and your experience. And then opening up space for others to do the same, right? Creating then that perfect storm, the courage to step into life. So let's read that one. Okay. It says, when the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent, time. The winds are picking up, and you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm, or you will be buffeted by gusts that may take you far from where you need to be. The key is to remain centered and balanced and bear witness as the forces build in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around and recognize how little of it you truly need. Let go of those thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind, and then the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. If you wonder what you might lose during the perfect storm, know that it is those things we are most attached to that are taken first, as if life were trying to unburden us of our righteous self-importance. Let it all go with the wind. The less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you will be. Ride the winds to your next destination. Embrace the rain or snow. Remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you lose. The perfect storm can also be a call for you to seize the moment. There might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. Carpe diem. Here, time is of the essence. It may be gone shortly, so do not hesitate. Go ahead, bite off more than you can chew, and take the storm on in all of its terrifying greatness, experiencing the fullness of life. You will succeed. Look, we will succeed as a collective. We will come together as a collective. We will make substantive change as a collective. But it first starts with acknowledging the hurt, and then making space for the healing. That's what needs to happen. Okay. That's the message that I have. I really hope that it resonated with someone out there. Please, if you're going to join us over on Patreon, let's go. I'd love to see you over there. The link is in the description box below. But if this is where we leave things, please know that I am sending you so much love, so much peace, and so many blessings. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.